She certainly seems quite distressed.
No, this is not like her at all.
On this episode,
The signs that Jess is showing are classical of a dog that's got something stuck in her food pipe. Yep, she's ready to go. If we don't do an endoscopy and there is a bone stuck in Jess's esophagus, she may never be able to eat normally again. Yeah, wow!
See, as fast as the feathers come back, they're falling out.
Yeah.
Look at his back.
Wow. Geez, he's raw there, isn't he? This is unbelievable. It's one of the worst cases I've ever seen. But going bald isn't Harry's only drama. He hates Chrissy's husband, John, big time. It can't go on like this. I really need to help John out right now.
but first,
He stands and he walks and he even trembles like a dog that's 12, not 2.
Okay.
I've never felt this before in a joint. It actually creaks. He needs to be seen by a specialist.
At the very least, going to have to open the joint up and have a look what's going on inside. If we are unsuccessful getting him better than he is, I'm not sure that it's fair to keep going with him.
Good boy, darling. No, you just want cuddles. Sit, darling.
Are you alright? Do you need help?
See how long it takes him to sit? You should see him try to get up. We've been watching him like this for, what, a year? Yeah, so it's really hard.
Diesel was playing with the kids in the front yard. He was a puppy at the time, he was only 7 months old. He slipped and just dropped and...
Started to cry, he wouldn't get up.
Rushed him straight to the vet. He ripped some ligaments in his knee. He was operated on the following day.
Good boy, darling. Good boy.
From our understanding, the operation didn't go to plan. What's resulted is Diesel is suffering now. He's got a very pronounced limp. He's very uncomfortable and at times in pain.
And he can't play for too long. He can't go for walks anymore.
Oh,
I mean, we
quickly.
try and take him up the road just for him to get out, but that's a struggle for him. People would stop me and say, oh, the poor old thing, and I used to say, no, he's only 2. You've gotten tired, puppy.
Yes.
You've gotten tired. I don't think Diesel has the quality of life that he should be having. He wants to play. He thinks he's one of the boys, but he can't. He'll play for a few minutes and then can't. His leg gets sore and he'll sit back down. And you can see, because he's still a puppy, you can see that he still wants to play. So it's hard for the kids and it's hard for us to see him like that.
Where's Emmanuel? Where's Emmanuel?
Emmanuel's cried endless nights about Diesel, especially when there's days where he can't walk at all. So it's really hard for Emmanuel.
Huggy? Well, it's hard because he's really suffering and he's struggling and we just want him to get better. It makes us sad as well. You want your baby? Oh.
We rang every single vet in Bondi until I found Dr. Chris Brown, and we're actually going to go and see him tomorrow, so we're hoping that he'll be able to help Diesel. I don't think he's ever going to be 100%, but if he can just walk and run and play and be able to go for a walk with us, I'd be really happy. So I'm hoping that Chris will make everything okay for Diesel and for us. Good boy.
Hey guys, hey Diesel. Sore, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's uncomfortable.
Oh, we might take him up myself. Come on, buddy. Yeah, it's all right. Excellent. It's not light.
No, he's not.
Here you go, Diesel. You got the free ride, buddy. All right. Now he's on the flat ground. We might just watch him walk up the corridor here.
Yeah. Come on, mate.
Come on, buddy. It's not hard to see why the family's so distressed about seeing Diesel like this. Most 2-year-old retrievers that I see in the vet clinic, you almost have to ask the owners to calm them down, put a lead on them and just restrain them because they're so energetic, they're so full of life. To me, it's pretty obvious that Lee's functioning not very well. If anything, he almost walks as though he wishes it wasn't there. Diesel is just full of pain. Let's get him up on the table and actually see how that leg does perform.
Yep.
He looks as though he suffers through every minute of his life, and it shouldn't be that way. These are normally almost the happiest of all dogs, the most carefree, loving dogs, yet Diesel's just at the opposite end of the scale. He just suffers through every moment. That's hard to see. The thing for me is I struggle to believe that what I'm looking at here is almost a 2-year-old retriever, because he stands and he walks and he even trembles like a dog that's 12, not 2. Okay, let's have a look at this leg here. First thing I notice is just how inflamed it is. It's a big joint, very swollen, But we need to work out what type of swelling that is, whether it's bony swelling or whether it's just soft tissue swelling. Okay, so his feet and his little hock joint here are okay. So I'm just going to have a bit of a feel of this.
Can you move it at all?
He can flex up. It can actually move about.
So he chooses not to?
Chooses not to move it because it hurts. I've got to say, the thing I find remarkable about this joint is the feeling it gives when I flex it and the sound it makes. You can't hear it it's more something like a feel. I've never felt this before in a joint. It actually creaks when I flex it. Now, a normal joint slides, it's got a very smooth movement. What worries me is what causes creaking is bone rubbing on bone. It's an awful feeling. In all seriousness, it actually makes you almost feel nauseous just to feel that, because you just don't feel it. It's actually like, the best comparison I can give is when you feel a leg that's broken and the bony ends rubbing on one another. That's how it feels. It's a weird sensation. I've never felt a knee this bad in a dog that's 2. To be honest, we'll probably never know. And that's frustrating, but the reality is we need to act for Diesel right now. And the best way to do that is with an X-ray. We just want a fairly light sedation, just so he's still and he relaxes. He's just so stressed at the moment.
I am struggling. I think it's worse than what I thought it was going to be. I mean, I knew it was going to be serious, and I knew that, I don't know, I guess hearing it made it seem so real for all of us. Now Emmanuel's gone for a walk. He's upset. So I guess we've got to wait and see and put our trust in Chris. I mean, that's why we're here. He's our last hope.
You ready? Yep. The plan now, take an X-ray. We need to work out how his left knee joint is looking right now, because that's the critical part. We need to assess what functioning area we have there.
X-ray!
Whether we can make something good of that, or whether it's going to be hard for Diesel to really function on that leg from now on. It's pretty clear to see what we were feeling. When you look at his left knee here compared to his right looks good. It's long, it's slender, the bones have very sharp edges, but you go across to the left leg, which is the bad one, and it just looks moth-eaten. It looks almost as though the bone's dissolving. And there's no straight edges, just the edges are rough, and that's where the body's producing extra fibrous tissue, extra bone. It's almost like the body sensed that it's not stable and try to wrap it up with its own version of tape. And that's why it doesn't move. The body doesn't want it to move because it hurts when it moves. You see that sort of knee in a dog that is 10 years older than he is, and you give it a poor prognosis. So it's a pretty tricky situation to be in. So give him a pat, Emmanuel, he's fine. So we've taken quite a few shots, just to give us an idea about what's going on.
Yep.
It's pretty much what we thought. I mean, there is some cartilage there, but there's not a lot. But we can see why there's that creaking sound.
Okay.
So where do we go to from here? He needs to be seen by a specialist.
Yeah.
Because of the level of complexity of the surgery and the equipment required to even give Diesel a chance of walking normally again, I'm going to have to refer him to our specialist surgeon at SASH.
Okay.
For me, Diesel's obviously a very special case. For Andrew, he'll be special, but he won't be unique. And you couldn't be seeing anyone better, honestly.
It's good to know.
You're in the best hands, and Diesel's in the best hands.
Okay. there's hope. There's hope. And he's a fighter, so we'll try our best. Give him a cuddle.
We'll do our best to make him right, alright?
Good boy. He's a good boy.
Means a lot to you, doesn't he, Emmanuel?
It's all right, honey. It's all right.
Don't be worried that you care for him, buddy. Okay? Because he's going to need all the care and attention and love he needs during this, okay? And you're going to be his best ally.
Definitely.
If you keep happy around him, he's going to stay happy and he's going to have all the energy and all the drive to really fight through this, right?
Yeah.
The fact is I can't make any promises to the family. I'd love to be able to say, look, you know, I've seen a few of these before and they're usually easily fixed. I haven't seen any as bad as this before in a dog Diesel's age. We're in uncharted territory and we just don't know how it's going to go.
I'm not sure if he's ready for his own legs just yet.
You're still a bit wobbly, huh?
What I can do is send these x-rays straight over to Sash and get Andrew to look at them. That's our next step. Best of luck though, guys. I'll be following his progress closely. The thing is, for me, this family deserves a good outcome. And I just really hope they get it.
In you get. In you get. Good boy. That's it.
Hi, Diesel. How are you?
Good boy.
So wondering why he's here.
Wondering why he's here. Another vet to see, huh?
Yep.
Come on. Diesel's struggling a little bit. As you can see in the way he's walking, and his right leg is causing him some concern. We'll just have a quick look at him.
Okay. You're okay. You're okay.
The x-rays show that he's got a lot of arthritis. He's got the arthritis of a 15-year-old golden retriever, not a 15-month-old golden retriever. And when you feel his joint, it's really thick and it's stiff. All right, I'll just get him all the way on his side. Oh, he says, there you go.
Boy, that's a good boy.
I don't think he's got a good quality of life at the moment. He's missed out on his puppy. He should be charging around, but he's sort of walking around like an old man, and you see him sitting, and it's a real struggle for him to sit. At the very least, going to have to open the joint up and have a look what's going on inside. Mm-hmm. There are a couple of things that could be going on. He might have damaged one of the joint cushions within the joint, and if that's the case, that will be causing him pain, and the mechanical lameness, he just can't get his leg in the right spot. So if that's the case, we'll have to remove part of that joint cushion. I want to have a look and see what the cartilage looks like. You know, if he's worn away a whole lot of cartilage and we're down onto bone, that's going to change markedly what we can and will do for him. For me to say to you, he's not going to have any pain ever again, I can't say that. There's going to be some discomfort. Yeah. I guess the thing, you know, I'm sure you realise is, you know, he's not got a normal knee. He's never going to have a normal knee.
Oh, look, we understand that.
I know. But, you know, what we're aiming at doing for him is getting it as good as we can get it.
Yeah.
The bottom line is we do need to do something.
Yes.
We do need to get in there and have a look around.
Definitely.
What I'm hoping to achieve with this first surgery is, and hopefully his last surgery, is to remove any damaged cartilage, and if we need to, just do an ultimate stabilisation of his joint and get him so that he can start functioning better on it rather than just coping with it as it is.
Big cuddles.
If we are unsuccessful getting him better than he is, I'm not sure that it's fair to keep going with him.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay, buddy. Be brave, okay? I'm nervous. I'm thinking about Emmanuel for that it was his birthday yesterday, and his birthday wish was for Diesel to be better.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Yeah.
Come on, you'll have to come with him now.
Yeah. I think he was starting to tremble there. He realised that we weren't going in the whole way. Okay, we better go. He's not going to cooperate.
No. It's hard to know exactly how bad that is, but it's certainly bad enough that there's got to be some damage to his cruciate. Anyway, we'll know soon enough. We're just going to do an arthrotomy, which means open up the joint and have a look and see what's going on inside. And then once we've done that, we'll then look at seeing what we can do to stabilise his joint. It's not been a happy joint for a long time. A needle in a haystack. His cruciate is actually intact. His kneecap's actually luxated, that's dislocated. It's just been sitting in the wrong spot. And I think it's been doing it for a long time. Unfortunately for Diesel, I think this finding is actually worse for him. It's just going to make it even harder to get that knee functional. So I'm cutting off the front portion of the shin bone, which is where the kneecap tendon attaches to the shin. And I've got to move that part of the bone around so it lines up better. Oh, this bone's so soft. Like butter. Unfortunately, there's a chance this won't work. All right, we're just about done. Yeah, we've got to get a couple more x-rays. The lights turned down a bit. That x-ray looks great. Normally with a surgery like this you would just put in 2 pins, but because he's a big dog and the bone was so soft, I've just elected to put 3 pins to reattach the shin bone. And that's these 3 there, and then there's this wire that goes from lower down on his tibia or shin bone up and around the wires, and that'll help keep that bit of bone in place. I'm quietly confident, but I don't want to get too carried away. It's going to be 6 or 8 weeks really before we know the full effect and how successful we're going to be. There's a good boy. Good boy, take it easy. Just take it easy. Good boy. You're raring to go, aren't you? Hey, come on. Let's see what you're doing. Let's have a look at your knee. He's quite comfortable on it, and when you move it up and down and flex it up, it's not as crunchy as it was before the surgery, so that's a good sign. Good boy. Oh, slow it down. He's a bit of a nut, and he's just going to do something silly when he gets home and try and charge up and down a set of stairs, I just fear that he's going to blow this thing apart, so he's scaring me silly.
Hey, do you want to come home?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to have your hands full, you really are.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrea's just going to have a heart in her mouth the whole time. They've just got to look after him so well. They've got to support his back end with a towel. I mean, it's just going to be just a 24-hour effort for them.
Yeah. But you've got to promise to be very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, truly, take him home, see how you go. If you're having a heart attack with him, bring him back. Okay. We don't mind having him, but yeah, you're going to have your hands full, you really are.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
I like the way you say that.
Yeah, Diesel's doing really well. To be honest, I think his leg was functioning so poorly prior to surgery. With what we've done, it's actually all the muscles are now aligned, and I think it's probably, if anything, a little easier for him, which is terrific, but we just have to be careful with him.
Slowly, Diesel.
Come on, Diesel. Slowly, mate.
So take your time, it's okay.
Come on, Diesel.
Come on, good boy. It's like we've got a different dog. He's just healthy, he's happy, he's not in any pain.
He's still got the same personality, but he's got more energy.
He's showing it more now.
Yeah.
He's a puppy again.
He's a puppy again.
He's being naughty. He's doing what puppies should be doing.
Yeah. He's doing great. We're enjoying our walks every afternoon. He's got energy to play with the kids. He's going swimming.
What's up, big fella?
All the things we wanted to do with him before we could, and now it's fantastic. As long as there's no pain and he's happy, that's really what counts.
We're
really
proud
good.
of him.
Yeah.
Good boy.
I've noticed that he can play longer and he's more happier, active. Yeah, he's really good.
Big
What's going on
cuddle.
here?
This is Diesel, the new and improved.
Turbo Diesel. Look at you.
The big thing for me is that he doesn't seem in pain. He seems just full of life, full of energy, but importantly, full of happiness.
Oh, you're a wrestling with you. Is that what you want?
I don't know what we would have done if we didn't find Chris.
Yeah, most definitely. It's,
Best call I made.
The frisky new Diesel. This has been an amazing transformation. He looked like a geriatric dog when I first saw him, and now he's a big puppy, and that's great.
Say thank you, Diesel.
I'm very impressed, Diesel.
Yeah, Lena, Mina, Diesel.
Come on, little girl. Yes. Yesterday she was kind of coughing and short of breath and kind of bringing up a bit of phlegm, and then she seemed to be okay. Come on, Jessie. She has chicken carcasses for dinner, and today she ended up kind of staggering around, short of breath. I'm thinking, what's the matter? And then she brought it up, and I thought, she's fine. She said, and I thought, oh no. So quickly we rang up the vet, and then they said there might be something caught in her throat.
Hi, Jessie. Hey. You're not happy?
No.
All right, let's go into one of the rooms and we'll take a look at her. So she's normally a fairly healthy dog.
And loves her walks. She goes for 2 walks every day. She barks at me to hurry up, you know, come on, come on. And this is not like her at all. But she's not happy. Not happy at all.
When she had dinner, did she swallow normally? Was she able to eat her dinner normally?
She ate the whole dinner. Yeah. They have, she has 3 chicken carcasses and she ate the 3 of them.
Okay.
They're not cooked. They never have anything cooked.
And tonight, did she bring anything up?
Yeah, she brought up twice.
All right. Let's take a look at her. You lie down. Just going to take a listen to her chest. She certainly seems quite distressed. Not so easy to hear her lung sounds because she's panting so heavily.
No, this is not like her at all.
She's salivating a lot.
Yeah, I know, yes. That's what she was doing last night.
She was? Okay.
Yes.
The signs that Jess is showing are pretty classical of a dog that's got something stuck in her esophagus, so her food pipe. She's salivating and she's groaning, she's gagging, she seems really uncomfortable.
Feel like there's anything there?
I can't feel anything obvious. You can't always feel something stuck in their esophagus unless it's actually quite high up in the neck area, but it doesn't rule it out because it can be stuck further down in the esophagus. I'm just feeling if there's any signs of a mass or obstruction there, which may be part of the chicken bones that she's eaten, or it may be that she was retching and regurgitating and she has inhaled some of that and might have a degree of pneumonia. So what I think we should do, I think we should do the x-rays and have a close look, and if they're suspicious, then we can do an endoscopy where we can put a camera down her esophagus and actually look inside and see if there's something stuck in there. Okay. Margaret's obviously very close to Jess. She's quite distraught and she's worried about her. I'm going to take good care of her and hopefully have some answers for you. This must be really hard for her because I can't give her any answers right away and she just now has to wait until we've got the results. 1, 2, 3. The next step is to take some chest x-rays and have a look at her esophagus and actually look at her lung field.
Deep breath.
So we've got her trachea, so her air pipe just going down there, and the esophagus lies in this area. And up here it all looks pretty normal. But coming down to the end part of the esophagus near the heart, you would normally see black air-filled lungs, but over here there's just a cloudy area that looks a bit suspicious. There's little spicules that might be bony. It's just more white over here than it normally is, and that could be the obstruction in the esophagus. Given Jessie's symptoms and these x-rays, I am really, really concerned that there is something stuck in her esophagus. So we really need to get going with this scope to have a look what's down there. Brave girl. If we don't do an endoscopy and there is a bone stuck in Jessie's esophagus, it could bleed and become ulcerated, and in the worst case scenario, it could perforate her esophagus and she may never be able to eat normally again. We really need to act quickly.
Little Jessie's anaesthetised now.
Yep, she's ready to
Nice
go.
and comfortable. So we're going to put the endoscope down, a look down her esophagus. It's very important that we go nice and slowly and make sure we don't miss anything along the way.
An endoscope is a flexible fibre optic cable, and basically it's a camera on the end, and you can put it down Jessie's esophagus and actually have a look inside and see what's there. If we see something, depending on what it is and where it's lodged and how firmly it's lodged, we can either pull it out back through the mouth or push it down into the stomach and let the stomach digest it.
All looks nice and pink and healthy so far.
Oh, something there.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can see beating away there. There's a little bit of foreign material in the esophagus, and it's just over where her heart is.
So that's exactly where we saw it on the radiograph.
The radiographs. It looks like a piece of bone.
Pretty big.
It is quite big. It's quite long as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And it looks like it's going to be a chicken neck.
Wow, that was really extending quite far down, isn't it?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll just grab the forceps now and see if we can just gently retrieve that. That looks a bit brutal. We are being gentle. We just extend her neck upwards.
I made a hold.
Yeah, if you could just hold the scope there.
There the house.
There we are. We'll just grab this fatty little bit at the end. Okay, let's see if we can pull it out now. Small, tiny bit of chicken fat. Looks like we might be doing this piece by piece.
Excellent.
Could be a long process. Keep going. There we are.
Chunky bit.
See if we can grab a more chunky bit this time. The endoscope itself is quite gentle, but we do have to be very, very gentle with the forceps. Obviously they're very powerful, they're very hard, and the esophagus is a very soft structure. And also they're very sharp at the end for grasping, so we've got to make sure that we don't grab part of the esophagus and pull part of the esophagus out with the bone as well. And then there's a small piece again. Not much room to move in here.
This must be really uncomfortable for her. I mean, it's including a large portion of her esophagus, and no wonder the poor dog was salivating and groaning. She must have been in a lot of pain.
I just think how painful sometimes gastric reflux can be.
Yeah, or even if you swallow a tablet and it gets lodged down there, and she's got almost a whole chicken neck stuck down there. It must be agony.
Still coming. Oh, that looks like a more decent size.
It does.
Let's see what else we've got down here.
We are finding a fair bit of stuff in Jessie's esophagus. There are bits of chicken fat and cartilage and bone and hair, and it's just a mess down there. She must have guzzled this carcass down so quickly, and now it's just lodged in her esophagus.
Oh.
Yeah, wow! Ah!
Yeah, that is disgusting.
It's disgusting.
How long has it been down there?
A day now.
A day.
So
Lovely.
lucky we got it out tonight. It's a real game of skill and patience trying to remove material from the esophagus. You've got to be patient because it's taking almost an hour now and we still haven't got it all out.
This is the bit that's causing all the trouble, I think. It's quite tight down there. Very bony.
Oh. Wow.
See how sharp that is at the end? So it's not all that big for a dog of her size, but very, very sharp. You can see now it's removed. There's some puncture holes there. Big ulcers. So that'll be incredibly painful for her.
So the next couple of days for Jess are quite critical. We really need to monitor her very closely and make sure that she can actually swallow normally and she's not regurgitating and she's not developing any signs of esophageal strictures. That's the major complication of removing a foreign body, is that the esophagus can have permanent damage. Now, we are starting her on pain relief. She'll be on antacid medication and hopefully she'll be home within 48 hours. Jessie's a very lucky dog. It's great that we got it out early enough and the damage is only minimal and hopefully she'll go on to lead a normal life. Good girl, Jessie. Jessie, I have a visitor.
Hello, beautiful.
Very nice.
Hello, beautiful girl. Right, this is the old Jessie. Come here. Little girl, come here. Very different from yesterday. Hey. You want to go for a walk? Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. This is normal.
Jessie looks about 10 years younger. I mean, last night she came in and she looked like an old lady. She was drooling and she was really uncomfortable. And now she's feeling so much better. She's pulling Margaret down the corridors. It's just fantastic.
Hang on, little girl. In a hurry. Okay.
I had a visit in the clinic from a lady just the other day with a bird that is behaving quite strangely. It's attacking people. It's also having its feathers fall out. Now, I need to see this bird in its natural environment, so we're going to go and pay a visit right now.
Hello, Chrissy.
Chris, how are you?
How are you?
Thank you for coming so quickly.
Look at you.
This is Harry.
You're a mess.
He's a shocker, isn't he? There's something going on and I've got no idea.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go inside and have a bit of a closer look at Harry.
Fantastic.
Okay, well, let's actually take a look at where the feathers are coming out. So he's really bare under his neck there.
Yeah, that's fresh. That's just happened.
And the wings here as well?
Yep, under the wings.
Jeez, he's raw there, isn't he? And his legs?
Oh, look, his little legs. Harry, see, as fast as the feathers come back, they're falling out.
Yeah.
And his back. Look at his back.
Wow. That's extraordinary, isn't it? He's totally bare there.
He is. He's
Looks
like a plucked chook.
I was going to say plucked turkey, but
Yeah, I know. That's terrible.
Yeah. This is unbelievable. It's one of the worst cases I've ever seen. And now the first thing I'm suspicious about is the diet. I need to know exactly what Chrissy's feeding him.
These are his...
Beans?
They are pulses. Your kidney beans, your chickpeas. I just soak them and then I rinse them and cook them on low for 5 minutes and the birds love them and apparently they're full of protein.
They are.
Are they?
Oh, look, I'm impressed. You keep on going.
Should I be eating them?
Well, this is going to end up.
Red palm oil, which goes on his bread twice a day. This is his seed, his millet, unsalted cashews, and he washes it down with just a little glass of bubbles occasionally with Mummy.
Mummy would insist upon that, wouldn't she? And whatever he doesn't finish, you probably have to finish,
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
And is that it?
Yeah, oh, and of course, sorry, I forgot his fresh fruits and vegetables.
Oh, we can't forget those.
He loves broccoli and he loves mashed potato.
Okay.
I think he gets fed better than the husband.
He does okay, Chrissy.
He had spaghetti bolognese for dinner last night, so if he's breathing garlic on you, that's why. He's a bit garlicky.
He's a bit fresh. Yeah. Jeez.
I know I spoil him, but I can't help it. I love him. He's my baby. I could eat him. He's so gorgeous. And because I've hand reared him, and I just adore him. I guess that's obvious. So, yeah. So he does. He has a wonderful life. That's why I can't work out why his feathers are coming out. He can have whatever he wants.
Obviously. Do you talk to him a lot?
Yes.
Yeah?
I've taken him in the car. No, I'm not saying I'm taking him in the car for rides. He's had jobs, he's had commercials, so he rides in the car.
Oh, so he earns a living as well?
Oh, he does, but not looking like this.
No.
No, he can only do headshots. That's it.
His hands are still good though. He can still do a bit of hand modelling.
Oh, look. Okay, come here. Just have a little manicure. Do his little nails. Are other one, sweetheart. Lift it up. Oh, come on. I'll do yours next. There you go. Is that good?
Now, obviously, there's no shortage of love here, and Harry is being fed way too much, and is just ridiculously spoiled. But I don't think that's the problem. My first inkling was something like parasites.
Yeah.
Like lice.
Yes.
But the stomach actually looks healthy.
Yeah, it does. It does. And
It's not scaly.
No, there's no blood. There's nothing. It's soft.
And with parasites, they'll sit there and they'll itch in front of you.
Oh, really?
Because it is just this uncontrollable itch. So that's what's so confusing about it.
Yeah.
He's a real mystery because we never see it happening, yet it's happening.
No.
But
when
when?
does he? But when? That's right. When?
But going bald isn't Harry's only drama. He hates Chrissy's husband, John, big time, and he's constantly attacking him. It can't go on like this. I really need to help John out right now.
Go away. Will you leave me alone? Go on, go.
Tell you what, I hate that parrot. It's got to go. It's either him or me.
Why are you so nasty? Why do you do it?
Harry's hatred of John seems to start out as outright aggression, but then, it turns into something quite dysfunctional.
Now he's having his way with my hand.
Oh, he is too.
You're not jealous, are you, Chris?
No, I've never seen him do it before. What's Chris gonna think of us?
This is aggression on a new level.
Yes.
Normally he's just flapping his wings, biting you.
Yeah.
But that is the most aggressive and most dominant-minded gesture he can give you. You never see that. That is amazing. You know, it's actually similar to what a dog does when he's trying to show dominance, but I've never, ever seen a bird do that before. It's just bizarre. Now, I'm pretty sure that Harry's violent jealousy towards John is the cause of all this mass feather fallout, but I need to know for sure. I think we should set up a little sting. Okay, so we're almost ready to go. The camera's set up.
Yep.
One final request.
Yes.
Just a little hug, a little kiss, and then we leave. I'll explain later.
In front of Harry.
In front of Harry.
Darling. Oh. Look at the feathers go up.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is going to send him into a frenzy.
Bye, Harry.
Bye, Harry.
Bye. I feel so bad we're playing a trick on Harry, but we've got to find a solution. I mean, if we don't, he's going to be completely bald. Bye, Harry. Bye. Harry, we're back.
Feathers.
Oh my God. They weren't there when we went.
They weren't there before. What have you done, Harry?
Harry.
Well, let's find out. We've got the camera. So come on over here and let's have a look at what we've found. So we've just left the house. And he's at home alone.
Ooh.
And there he goes. Right there. So while you're out or you're in bed and he's alone, this is what he's doing. Harry is the total attention seeker. This is self-mutilation for the sympathy vote. So under his wings, on his belly, on his legs, he's targeting those areas with that sharp beak of his and pulling at those feathers until they come out. He's doing it to himself.
He's pulling the feathers himself.
He's pulling his own feathers out. So why is he doing it?
Why?
He's that frustrated. He's got nothing else to take his frustration out on apart from himself. You two are more than just friends. In his eyes.
He's in love with me.
He's in love with you.
But he doesn't want to have sex with me. No.
Whenever he's not with you,
Right.
you're with John, his competition.
And he's smart enough to know that.
He can tell a male from a female
Right.
using his sense of smell.
Don't even try it. Don't even try it.
John, you're the only thing standing in the way of what could be a beautiful future for the two of them.
Looks like I better leave home.
So if he wasn't here, do you mean that he wouldn't pull his feathers?
Mm-hmm.
The question is, how do I stop it? I can't be with him 24/7, can I? I can't take him to bed with me. I can't take him shopping with me. What do I do?
We've got two problems here. The first one is the fact that he can't stand being away from you. You've seen what happens when you spend any time away. He picks those feathers, he goes manic.
Yep.
Because each time you leave, you break his heart. So what are we going to do about it? We're going to create a little coping video for Harry.
Right.
And you can play this on loop when you go out.
Right.
So Harry's actually going to see you there. And he's going to feel as though you've never left the room. And over time, we're going to decrease the volume on it,
Right.
decrease the brightness on it. So you're going to fade away. But it's going to slowly help him through these difficult times. So the first issue is the fact that he can't stand being apart from you.
No.
So we're using the video to make sure he never is.
Right.
The second thing is this extreme anxiety and frustration. How do we get rid of that?
How?
We're going to put him on.
Are you serious?
We're going to put him on Prozac.
Oh my God. And this will work?
Prozac is used all around the world for dogs, cats and birds to ease their anxiety issues. It works by increasing the level of serotonin in the brain, which is the feel-good hormone. They feel better about the world, and I hope, in Harry's case, it's going to stop him getting to that breaking point.
So I've got to add Prozac now to all his food.
Food is another thing. He's eating too much as well.
Right.
Just give him some seed, small amount. Give him some greens like spinach, broccoli.
He's going to become the biggest loser, isn't he? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Harry obviously loves me, but I think he might be just loving me just a little too much. Okay, Harry, well, this is it. I'm going. Is it loud enough for you? I think. Bye, darling. Be good. I'll see you later. Ciao. Now, Harry, I'm just going to...